usually doesn't work this fast. Mr. Adams, as you know, Senator Hassan shared from your recent works to champion foster parent recruitment in Idaho. There's a significant need for qualified foster families. This is related to recruitment and retention efforts that aren't working, as well as how the states are developing their diligent recruitment plans. You referred to my bill, Recruiting Family Using Data Act, would address the recruitment challenges by modifying the diligent recruitment plans to improve data collection so the scope of the challenge that the states may face is better understood. Do you agree that better data collection will help improve recruitment efforts established by these recruitment plans? If yes, say why.
Senator Grassley, thank you, and thank you for your longtime advocacy in support of foster care, including the creation of the caucus here. As I said in my opening statement, recruiting and retaining qualified foster families is absolutely critical. In Idaho, we took a data-driven approach to that, so I do think having states oriented around data is going to be critical. When I started, we had too few foster families. When you asked anyone how many, it was an unquantifiable number. We just needed more. So what we did is we set a target. We have a target. If you walk into our offices today, you'll see our goal is I want 150 foster families for every 100 kids coming into the system. I wanted families waiting on kids. I didn't want kids waiting on families. So every week I look at a breakdown of our data by region, and I get a ratio of the number of foster homes relative to the number of foster kids. When I started, we had 74 foster homes for every 100 kids. Today we have 95 foster homes for every 100 kids that have come into place. We've done that through data, targeted outreach, but in addition to recruitment, retention is one of the most important things states need to focus on. Retaining your existing crop of foster families through providing top-notch services, involving them as part of case management and case planning is something that's really important.
Yeah. Also, do you, on May the 5th this year, I wrote Secretary Kennedy about the National Human Trafficking Hotline and the contractor operating it, Polaris. I noted that a whistleblower disclosed that Polaris isn't reporting tips of human trafficking to law enforcement. This includes reports about minors. I also highlighted that Katherine Chon, the co-founder of Polaris, is in charge of the Office of Trafficking and in Persons. That office oversees and awards the grants to run the hotlines. It's my understanding that the OTIP and HHS are set to award the grant soon. Given that you'll oversee OTIP, will you ensure all conflicts of interest are removed from the grant process? And if so, how do you do that?
Senator, first, I've read a little bit about this issue through published reports, but as the nominee, I don't have any internal information. First, I would say with the human trafficking hotline, any relevant tip should be and shall be transferred to law enforcement, period. I understand the Trump administration has made positive steps towards that, and to the extent that that issue is not fully resolved when I start, I will commit to working with all relevant parties to solve that. All tips should go to law enforcement if they are relevant tips. In terms of procurement integrity, it's absolutely paramount that people have trust in how our government operates. And to the extent there are any conflicts of interest, I would work with our Office of General Counsel and the other relevant parties to issuing a procurement to ensure that it is done within the confines of law.
To emphasize, then, can I get your commitment to ensuring that all tips are required to be reported to law enforcement will actually be reported?
Senator, yes, all relevant tips will be reported.
Thank you. I yield.
Senator Lane.